Hello everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft train tutorial. Today we're going to be building this small tank car design. Of course, the first step is going to be to have some train tracks to build it on. As usual, I'm just going to add it right on the back of the train I already have. The first step, of course, is the coupler. So take dark oak stairs and put it backwards from the other coupler on the car you're adding onto. Normally this is how I do my couplers, but we need an extra block of space between the cars for this build, so I'm adding a slab on. It'll just look like the drawbar slack is pulled out. Underneath that, dark oak fence gates become the air hoses. Now we have to build our wheels. I'm using stripped spruce logs. Place a block in the middle just to use for placement, because you need to get the squares facing outwards. Erase that and put an end rod in the middle. That's your axle. Switch to stairs, upside down, and back to back in a T-shaped pattern, and we need to bring that all the way across to the other side of the rails. You can play around with your logs and your stairs and everything else on these trucks to get different colors. And then same thing, stripped logs with an end rod in the middle, and then on the outside of the wheels we put hoppers on both sides. So everywhere there's a log we put a hopper, and then everywhere there's a stair on the outside we put nether brick fence gates. Now we're going to switch to smooth quartz slabs, and right here where the first set of wheels are, we're going to bring a row of slabs all the way across to the edges of the tracks. Then we switch to smooth quartz blocks and we come out 6 blocks out. Once we have that, we need to get a red nether brick block. Take the red nether brick right there and place 3 of them. Then switch back to the smooth quartz blocks in another row of 6. 1 block in front of that, back to our strip logs to build the other end of the car's truck. So we build our wheels the same way with the squares facing outward. And now I need to go back and get my end rod. I use end rods for the axles because they look like an axle and you get an additional bit of lighting. So place the end rod in between there, and then we're going to switch back to our dark oak stairs. This time we're coming towards the other end of the car. Place them in an upside down T-shape, and then we have to get that to where both of those stairs are drug all the way across to the other side of the rails. Now we once again switch back to our strip logs and get them placed with the squares facing outward. And then erase that middle block and put in the end rod. And then same thing as on the other side, hoppers go where there's wheels and fences go where there's stairs. And this will complete the other truck for this car. Now we come back in with the smooth quartz slab and lay a row of 5 across the back of this car. So at this point we should have something that looks like this. Now we're going to come in with smooth quartz stairs, and we're going to place them upside down facing outward, starting where the block is and going all the way to the edge of the quartz. Then we're going to switch to red nether brick stairs, put in 3, switch back to the smooth quartz, and bring that all the way to the other end of the car. We come around to the other side of the car and do the exact same thing. Upside down facing outward smooth quartz everywhere there's quartz, and red nether brick in that middle stripe. And bring that end to end to the other side of the car. Now back to smooth quartz block, and we bring it end 3 wide here, and on the other end 3 wide. And then we're going to go ahead and just fill in these edges in. This should only be 3 wide at this point. Now we're switching back to stairs. Starting from the end, put 1, skip a block, 2, skip a block, and another 1. For the middle, put red nether brick stairs on the outside and a red nether brick block in the middle. Then same thing here. We put 1, skip a block, 2, skip a block, and another 1. Same thing on the other side of the car. So 1, skip a block, 2, skip a block, and 1. Then red nether brick stair on each side and a red nether brick block in the middle. Then back to quartz, 1, skip a block, 2, skip a block, and 1. For the next layer, we switch to smooth quartz blocks and fill in the end and we just drag it all the way around. So we fill in above everything here. Red nether brick goes in the middle, back to quartz, bring it around the corner, come across the end of the car, and bring it back up to the middle, switch back to red nether brick, 3 in the middle, and then back to quartz. And that completes this layer. On the next layer, 3 smooth quartz in the middle on the end of the car, and same thing on the other end, just 3 smooth quartz in the middle. Now we switch to right side upstairs, and we fill in all the edges. So quartz everywhere there's quartz, facing right side up, on both sides of the car. Once all the quartz stairs are in place, we need to do the middle. So red nether brick stairs on the outside and a red nether brick block in the middle. For this next layer, we put smooth quartz block right on the top middle and bring that in 6. And then we switch to red nether brick, 3 of those, and then fill in the rest to the other end with smooth quartz block. Now we come in with our smooth quartz stairs and fill in everywhere there's quartz with stairs, end to end. Come around and do that exact same thing on the other side. Everywhere there's quartz, fill it in with stairs. Now take your red nether brick block and place one in the middle on the outside so you have this plus shape. And then the rest of the gaps fill in on both sides with red nether brick stairs. Now we come underneath, and in the middle where we have the red nether brick blocks, place one more coming down. And then go to the other side and do the same thing. So in the exact middle, another red nether brick block coming down. Now we're going to come in where we left these gaps and put a diorite wall and another one coming down. Same thing in all the gaps. Put one in the gap and one underneath it. Go around to the other side of the car, and we're going to do that exact same thing. So we come down where the gap is, and we place a diorite wall and one underneath it, in all of the gaps. Once that's done, we're going to take out our end rod and put it sideways on the bottom of all these walls, in between all of them. So 2 there, another 2, and 1 on the end. We come around to the other side and do the exact same thing. 1 in between the wall and the slab, 2 here, 2 coming to the red nether brick, another 1 and 2, another 2, and 1. Now we're going to start adding details. So in this middle where there's a row of red nether brick blocks, we're going to start from the bottom and bring a ladder going up as far as we can. Now we have this stair shape here. We're going to switch to rails, and if you put them in the right way, they'll connect up at an angle like that and look like the ladder is continuing up to the top of the car. So same thing on both sides. Make sure your ladder's on all your vertical surfaces and rails coming up to the top. In that middle, we're placing a cauldron, and then we're going to crouch, and on top of that put an iron trapdoor to be the lid. This is how they fill the car. Now we're going to switch to iron bars, and on that first slab in the middle, we come 1 over and then 1 towards the ladder. Same thing, 1 over, 1 towards the ladder. Turn around to the other side, put 1 in the middle of the quartz, 1 over, 1 towards the ladder, 1 over, 1 towards the ladder. Now we have our handrail. Now we're going to come down in between the train cars here, and this is why we needed that extra block of space between the rail cars. Put an iron bar on each end right there, and then come up 1 and bring it all the way over so you have a handrail on this little porch. And we're going to do the exact same thing over on the other end. So an iron bar on each end, bring it up 1, and just bring it across. Once we have that, we're going to put our brakes. So we're going to place a trapdoor right there to be the hand wheel, and then knock out this one and place in a grindstone. There's your air tank reservoir. Now we need to add a coupler on the other end. So come to that end with a dark oak fence, and we need to place it right side up, facing towards the car, 1 block away in the middle. And I just realized that one was too low, so we need to go 1 block higher than that, knock out the first one. Then we have to get a slab in between there. As you can see, I was having a little bit of a struggle to get that slab placed in the right spot. It took a couple bits of repositioning before I could get it. And then underneath from that, we're going to put dark oak fence gates, 2 of them to be the air hose. Now we're going to take out a black stone button just to represent some of the lettering details, and I'm going to place them on this middle layer of quartz everywhere that there's not a wall underneath it, just to represent some lettering. And we're going to go around and do that exact same thing on the other side, so place your buttons anywhere there's not a diorite wall underneath it. One last thing is we're going to take fence gates and come on the edges of these porches here and open them towards the inside of the car on all 4 corners. So come to this end, fence gate open, come around to the other side, exact same thing, place the fence gate, open it towards the inside of the car, and this is the grab irons so you can climb up on the car. And that completes the car. Thanks for watching this Minecraft tank car tutorial, and stay tuned for more. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and everyone have a great day out there.